No idea. We're gonna see if it's streaming. Oh, I put my that's hilarious. I have my own screen behind my screen. So I get to show you my back end of everything. I think this is pretty harmless. We can search across our channel. We'll just go to I don't know, just go to vitalvegas.com. Oops. Wow. My brain is not working. We'll go look at some Vegas news here. See, I don't, is it working? I don't see any chats. So this could be a bit of a problem. Welcome everybody. It's my first time doing one of these in like a really, really long time. And we'll see how it goes because I think I might have a million things running in the background too. I do. I got Lightroom and Photoshop, and I got an HDR program, and I got Final Cut Pro. I should have prepared a little bit better, I guess. But it's my first time doing one of these in a really, really long time, man, I'll tell you. So we'll see how this goes. See how, if it's smooth sailing or if it's something that's a little bit rough. Okay. So I think I might have just killed my, yep, I killed my screen too. What's up there, Mike? How you doing, buddy? Let's open up our browser again. So we open up our browser again. And there we go. Hopefully it's going to show now. Cool. All right. So, will AI coins take over crypto? Oh, we got our chats. Good. All right, good. And hopefully I'm not too choppy and it doesn't look too terrible. Will AI coins, what is the question? So we got some people here chatting with me. I haven't done a studio stream in a million years. We can talk about news, we can talk about the economy, we can talk about anything you want and see if I have the energy. I wake up at 5 o'clock every day, so it's a little bit, what is it, 5 o'clock now? Football's on. You shouldn't be watching me. So Mike's here. He says, "Yo, will AI coins take over crypto?" I don't know. What do you mean by AI coins? I'm not so well versed in that, I guess. Mark is here. He says, "Hello." Lorena says, "Good to see you." Can you day trade crypto? Yeah, you can day trade anything, dude. For reals. Like I have the charts. If anybody ever wants to see any charts, I got me a chart. There's a chart right down there. 21 Fun is in the house. Cool. What's up, Jackrabbit? Hello, Bojack. American Tours is here. Good to see you. It says Kyle Russell, the Ayatollah of no Fapola. Really? Wow. Okay. Lizard Acres, Arizona watching. Will the heads of the casinos ever realize that they need to adjust the market and lower the fees? They're not going to lower fees. They can't lower fees because the fees are like they're in place to try to make sure that they can have guaranteed money going into their coffers. So if they say, well, we have like, 100,000 rooms booked, well, we can guarantee that at least on the 100,000 rooms that are booked, because let's say they book 100,000, they sell 100,000 room nights. They're not all just selling them themselves. They're selling them through Expedia, Travelocity, Priceline, whatever. TripAdvisor, all the travel websites buy the rooms. Some like airlines might buy the rooms to make bundle deals and stuff like that. And so when they sell a room, they have their price that they want. Maybe they want to get $100 per night minimum. And they'll sell it at a discounted rate in bulk to these companies. So they'll sell it for maybe $50 if one company wants to buy 10,000 room nights from them. So they want to know that they can guarantee that every single room they get will have a $40 or a $50 revenue attached to it, because that way they can forecast it and they can put it into their accounting and their shareholders and stuff see a form of revenue out there. So no, the fees will never go away. Maybe the prices will get lower. Good to see you. Cool. What else do we got here? We got lots of chats and the chats are coming in. Cool. Any attractions like volcano or pirate ships you miss the most? Did you get, I didn't do the Star Trek experience, Marx is saying. I didn't do the Star Trek experience, unfortunately, buddy. I never had an opportunity to do that. And what do I miss the most? I liked the pirate show at the Treasure Island. That was pretty cool. The Mirage Volcano was good, but I was never like, wow. I mean, the first time you see it, but then eventually it smells like gas. It's, it's hot, whatever. Have a green screen in your studio with a picture of 1960s strip in the background. I just have this in the background here. I have this as my channel artwork in the background. Clean and smooth stream, cool. That's a weird angle. Why doesn't it look like you? It's me. I have studio lights on me. I don't know. It's me. Lizard lips. Okay, that's fine. Thanks. Hello. It's a good thing that I can't ban people because it won't let me click the three dots and ban people because I'd be all over it. You know me. Yeah, it won't let me click the three dots. Like the chair. This is the cheapest chair in the world. This is the chair that Nick Shirley uses too. It's $100 chair at Walmart, and it's a terrible chair, and I hate it to death. And I really should get a new chair, but I have this old chair. Have you ever been homeless? We've been really close to being homeless a few times, actually, Mike. It's a scary thing, man. If you have that Jim Cramer type, no, Jim Cramer is an idiot. If you listen to Jim Cramer, you will lose your money like 100% of the time. Troy likes my videos like the chair. Do the opposite. Yeah, do the opposite of Jim Cramer. If he tells you that watch the stocks, did the stocks rebound? He was predicting a bounce today on Friday. I know that much. I watched Jay Bravo's video. He talked about how he expects there to be a bounce. He's like, check the bounce out on Monday. I don't even know if there was a bounce on Monday. Let's look. Was there a bounce today? No, there's your bounce. Jim Cramer. I swear to you, I kid you not. This is so funny. Jim Cramer said on Friday that the stocks are having a problem and you can expect a bounce on Monday. So everybody get in there. This is why nobody should be doing what he says or anybody. You should not ever listen to a guy and then be like, okay, well, I'm going to put in to SPY or to QQQ on Monday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, whatever, this is what I do. And I'm obsessed over this. So here's what happened today. I know this because I was up this morning and I was like going into this going, what? So at 6 o'clock in the morning, my head's in the way. At 6 o'clock in the morning, actually, I can show you guys. I have a new tool up my sleeve here. Window. No, it's going to be under docs. I have to figure it out here. Go to docs, go to draw. So yeah, what it was that right here, I should make this yellow and it was all yellow. What happened is right down here, we had this weird spiky candle at like 6 a.m. that didn't make any sense. Market opens here, and the whole thing is just like Jim Cramer, right? Hey, go and buy. You're going to have to buy that dip. There was no dip to buy, dude. The whole day was just like a giant. Look at that. If you listen to him, where was that at? My camera's in the way. 266, and it closes. What? It closes down 300 points. But, listen to Jim Cramer, buy the dip, right? Yeah. No, don't do what he said. Don't do what Donnie Don't does, because that was a really bad thing that he said. Anyways, what was this? How are the shows affected? Affected by what? Like some of them don't perform as often as they used to. When's the wife coming back? She'll be back when she's back. She's dealing with some personal stuff. She got a dog over there, and it's a Belgian Malinois, which is like one of the most needy dogs, but they're super loyal, but they're super active, and we have to find somebody to watch the dog while she's back here. Glasses off, appearance vastly improved. Oh, I don't know what that means. Is there talk of the pirate show? Yeah, the one day. The pirate show is coming back for a single day. How silly is that? I got a haircut, yes. Are Canadians getting hassled in Vegas? No. RDTV here. Keep blessing. Keep being you. Okay, I will do that. Chair recommendation: Work Pro Quantum 9000 meant for 800. Yeah, well, I don't know if I have it in me, dude. Do I have it in me to spend like $1,000 on a chair? Is that $1,000 chair? I don't know. Stephen Fast says, "Love your content. Ever consider a meetup?" I tried that once years ago. Nobody comes, and I'm not a psychopathic narcissist. Hey, Stephen, for your course, can I use my Fidelity IRA account instead of TradingView? Does it allow you to trade futures? I don't know. Does Fidelity offer futures? Let's find out. It's not hard to figure things out. We're smarter than everything. We have the most. Can you trade futures in Fidelity? So if you can trade futures in Fidelity, the answer is yes, absolutely you can. No, you cannot trade futures directly in Fidelity. While Fidelity does not offer a futures trading platform, it does provide resources for information on futures markets. So it looks like you can't. Womp womp. Sorry, you can never do it. You can never support me that way. What do you think is more important at the moment, price or quality when it comes to Las Vegas? Because it sounds like a lot of people are complaining about the quality. I don't hear a lot of people complaining about the quality. I hear them complaining about the prices. But you hear what you hear, and maybe I'm just out of tune. I could be. Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. But I could be wrong. But I hear people just price conscious people all the time. which is unfortunate. I think quality experiences matter more, but I've been incredibly price conscious in the past before, my family and my wife are where we are now. And I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, but I buy nicer stuff. And I think that you can only have an experience once. So I think it is important to have that quality in place. But there's a balance between price and quality. You know what I mean? And now there's another thing too. Like if people don't think that it's worth it, they're never going to go in for it. Like, so you can have the price at a certain level, but if they think the quality isn't there, it doesn't justify it. It's kind of like, look, you're going to be like, I can't afford a $90,000 car. It's ridiculous. But at least I know that it's a really, really good car. But when the price of a basic family Kia goes up to 40,000, which is not, but if it does, then you're going to be like, man, these cars are stupid expensive. And it just doesn't justify the cost, period. Yeah, it's less than a $90,000 Mercedes. Does that make sense? 450-ish for the quantum chair. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Hi, from Houston, Texas. Ken says, I just saw your post recent video when you're standing in front of a Gillies, which is a Houston country dance hall icon. What is it in Vegas? It's a place that's been in Vegas forever. Maybe it started in Houston and it came to Vegas. It was at the Frontier years and years ago. Gillies is now at the Treasure Island because Gillies was one of those places that was a carryover when Phil Ruffin bought the Treasure Island after he owned the New Frontier. So it could be a carryover from that, but it's the same thing. They have square dancing and they have drinking and punching and fighting and rioting and red hats and cowboys and cowgirls and all that stuff. Am I upset about the Blue Jays? I could care, dude. I don't have a dog in that fight, man. Besides, like, I saw a stat on X that like 3% of everybody on the Blue Jays was Canadian. So who cares? Doesn't matter to me. I did want to see him win. I mean, being from Canada and stuff, but then part of me is like, I haven't watched a. This is the first baseball game that I sat down to watch intentionally from the start since 1992, when I watched the Blue Jays live in person at the then called the Sky Dome, same building they played in the other day. So coming to Vegas, November 12th. Have you ever been to the Neon Museum? I've never been there. If you like history, I'm sure it is. I don't like the idea of somebody having to lead me around on a tether. Not literally, but I just don't like the idea of them trying to like tell me what I can look at, what I can take pictures of. I would rather just like go through there with a Wikipedia on my phone and be like, oh, that's the Silver Fox, or that's the Crooked Biscuit. There's probably not a place called the Crooked Biscuit. Palantir, hold or sell. Oh, dude, you tell me about Palantir. I don't know. Hold on, let's go look. I don't give financial advice, so what I'm going to show you is not trading advice. So you're looking for Palantir, the stock. Let's go to my J Bravo because this is easier to tell you. PLTR. I'm gonna look up stocks right now. Palantir is this giant stock on the Nasdaq that Donald Trump's friends have, and it's a scary company because they're gonna take all the information about everybody and oh, I would not buy that right now. I would not buy that right now. And the reason I wouldn't buy that right now, and we're looking at this is a daily chart. So this is daily for Palantir. Let me show you guys. I'll make it bigger so you can hopefully see it a little bit better. Although the 7 is always going to be really small to see. So let me go back to my drawing here and I'll show you why I wouldn't buy this right now. So, oh, where did my drawing panel go? Oh, there it, no, that's not right. Oh, come on, pop that draw panel right out. There it is. All right, so with this right here, um, it's got a 7 up here, which means there's a 9 count in trading. So when it goes 7, 8, 9, it's going to snap back. The other thing too is that I can't even see the 200 from down here. It's so high up. Where's the 200 moving average? Oh yeah, see how high up it is off of the red line and the blue line? I teach this in my course, by the way. So the the stock is too far away from this red line right here, and it's way far away from the 200-day moving average, which is here. This is the 20-day moving average, and it's also above the 9-day moving average. And all stocks cycle and they turn over and they do stuff, so it's going to end up coming back down. And you can see where it is. Okay, so this is how every stock in the history of healthy stocks operates. It goes like this. It vacillates like one of these. And we have 1, 2, 3 at the top, 4 on the bottom, and then it goes 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 1, 2, 3 on the top. So do you see it now? Okay, so now you see that. And I guess this is something called Elliott wave theory, which I didn't even know existed. And then somebody was like, "Hey, that's Elliott wave theory." I'm like, "Oh, really?" Well, I thought I learned it somewhere else. So let's look here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 at the top, 1, 2, 3 at the top, and then we're at either 1, 2, 3 at the top. I would suspect it's going back down to either the red line, because here's another thing too. It seems to want to adhere really well to the red 20. So if you're in my course, I would tell you that this is not an entry point. This is likely going to be going back down at some point, and you want to get caught on that. And if you're trading this on a daily or something like that, if you're on a 2-minute chart, you could probably trade the living, what out of this on a 2-minute chart. So let's see what that looks like here. Get rid of our drawings. And on a 2-minute chart, it's going to look different. Somebody asked me about a stock, guys. I just got passion for this stuff. Oh, that doesn't look all that fun to trade, but there's entries here. There's like, there's spots like right here. This is a really good, oh my gosh, right there. Dang, that's a great entry. And then you got like down here. This is another really good entry. Boom, comes into the zone. Boom, get in, get out, get in, get out. This might even be on a 45-degree angle. I don't know if that's for sure. Let's go see here. Info line, see where this goes. 46. Yep, it adheres to a 45-degree angle. So that's what that is. Okay, let's get rid of the drawings and let's stop talking about that stock. But let's go back to our ARC browser. Okay, let's go back to what you guys are saying to me, you beautiful people. The beautiful people. All right, so anyways. Let's see here. Go stats for trading futures. You really want to trade on those platforms designed specifically for that. This is true. Sean is right. That's true. Because I mean, TradingView is great. Well, I don't know, but Fidelity is an investment company, and they all try to do it. Like Schwab, Thinkorswim, they have futures and stuff now. Gillies was run out of Pasadena, Texas, by the way. I knew Mickey Gilly and the owner who gave him a break. They were both deceased. Okay, thanks, Stephen. Is Atomic Museum still open? Yeah, it's still open. It's totally open. It's over on East Tropicana. Let's see here. Check out its PE ratio. It's scary. Yeah, probably the whole entire PE ratio of the whole entire stock market is stupid right now. Is the pinball museum still open? It certainly is. In your opinion, is there a show you would go to or recommend that is under $100 on the Strip or Fremont? I don't like shows. Yes, hockey. If you can get a hockey ticket, go do it. Yes, do it. You're probably not going to get a Raiders ticket. But I would go to a live sporting event in Vegas before anything else. And you can get hockey tickets for under $100 here. The Neon Light Museum, the Neon Museum. Okay. PSTV holder sell. You guys, man, no, I ain't giving you financial advice. I'll get myself into trouble. I'm wearing shorts, by the way. You can't see. If I wear, there's lights all over me. Trading tick by tick. Good luck. No, you're just scalping. I teach people how to scalp in my course. What genius, what intellect? Okay, my favorite show is Ka. I'm not sure the price. Ka, let's see what Ka is worth. So yeah, that's the thing, right? So that's what I teach people in my course, though. I teach people how to read a chart like that and see where the levels are and see where the entries are and on a 2-minute chart. But you can apply it just as easily, just as well to a daily chart. You can apply it to anything. And those charts everything is up right now. Everything's expecting, it's all going to correct. When it all falls down, where are you going to go now when it all falls down? CAW tickets. What I like to do is just StubHub. So like, let's see, StubHub. Let's see here. So we have Vegas stuff. Don't even look at the prices of these. Wait. Oh, I just realized something. Yeah, I do have it up there. So this is going to be the price chart for WrestleMania, and this is going to be stupid money. Let's see. What is WrestleMania worth? Oh, you better be joking. So if you want to sit at the very tippy top of Allegiant Stadium with 65,000 people, and there isn't even there is a view, and you get to see that little tiny view, it's going to cost you $1,700 for WrestleMania. If you want to sit on the floor is going to cost you Just as much. Why? Because you probably don't get a very good view from down there. There's no image available because nobody's ever taken a shot of it, I guess, or they just don't have that. If you want to sit right in front of the ring, it's 5 grand. Come on now. Come on, baby. Come, my baby. So there is some seats worth $693 for WrestleMania, but we're not here for WrestleMania. We're here for Ka by Cirque du Soleil. So let's see what that's worth because that's one where people want to dump their tickets, right? So let's say you're going in, that's today. Well, what if we want to do like that 9:30 show? Let's see if anybody's selling some tickets for cheap for the Ka show. You're going to get 2 tickets. Whoa, $96. You want to sit towards the middle for the Cirque shows because if you sit up close, it's like watching an IMAX movie. It is no fun. So yeah, about 160 bucks. I wonder what it's actually worth on Cirque du Soleil on to buy Ka tickets. Ka by Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil. Let's see here. See tickets. Oh, look at that. You can buy tickets for $69. Noise. Why is it so cheap? Let's say you want to go tomorrow for 8:30. Why is it so affordable on the Cirque site and it's cheap on StubHub? So we want 2 tickets. Okay. So now you're looking at, yeah. So definitely don't want to buy those on the resale market. The resale market's out of their minds. 90 bucks, you can sit. Yep. These are, yeah. Oh, 321 VIP. VIP experience. 165. These are probably the best seats, right? Dead center in the middle in section 102. But yeah, that's what you're looking at for the Cobb or Cirque du Soleil. Okay, let's go back to our chats and see what people are saying. Incredible wisdom. Okay, thank you so much. Fair enough. Thanks for the info. Yeah. Did you say the Neon Museum requires a tour guide? Yeah, I think they're guided. Yeah, they're always guide. They won't let me in with a camera, that's for sure. They don't want me to come in with a camera. They want me to charge me a $500 fee. Enjoyed the Sunday live. Are you planning on doing more? Probably on Sundays. I would like to do actually what I want to do. I don't think anybody would actually do it and watch it. Like I'd like to do videos here, but I know my unique selling my UVP, my unique value proposition is I show you guys the strip. So I can go to the strip, record one segment on Vegas, and then do like economic news because I have a passion for the economic news stuff. I think it's interesting. And if I did that every day, then I'd do like a daily news channel, which would be kind of nuts. Rush tickets are outrageous. Yeah, I don't even think they're playing Vegas. How much money to watch Campbell live stream on site? No. Why do you think of the NIO symbol MB and their Elk Creek project for rare earth minerals? That's so speculative, right? So if you guys don't know, rare earth minerals matter a whole lot. Like, I don't know, does this vibrate? This is an iPad mini. I don't know if the iPad mini vibrates, but if that vibrates or this is an iPad Pro, right? I don't know if this vibrates. Anything that vibrates uses rare earth minerals. Anything that has any like your car ignition, fighter jets, airplanes, rare earth minerals are something that we used to produce in the United States, but we don't anymore. Why don't we? Well, we don't anymore because regulations made over time after, people got all afraid of nuclear energy because rare earth minerals are largely irradiated. Thank you, by the way, to Granite. Me and 20 friends won't return to Vegas unless it changes. Okay. Um, and so, yeah, so there's this speculation that we need to open that up. Rare earth minerals are in the ground in California and all these places. And then so in the 1970s, there were American companies in China that started opening up and mining rare earth minerals under all these trade agreements that Richard Nixon and these people did. And then the Chinese government kind of took over those mining leases. So now rare earth minerals have been used as a negotiations tool by China. The WTO had to step in many, many decades ago because they were negotiating with Japan, China was, and they were like, we're going to withhold rare earth minerals. If you didn't export rare earth minerals to America, you couldn't build electronics, like full stop. And our defense sector would be incredibly like in trouble. My choppy video is starting to really annoy me. What is using my CPU this much? Mac OS Windows Server. I can't see what's using it. It doesn't make sense. Stephen, I already bought your course, but I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to trade futures in my Fidelity IRA. Is it too much to ask for my money back? I mean, you already watched my course, so that's fine. You get them. You got all the knowledge. So I guess yeah, if you want a refund, just email me. I'm not gonna say no to it, but how it's fair to me because you already got the entire course. You can watch the entire course, binge watch it. Steven, I'd love a video on the NBA gambling scandal. I don't know why. Like, it's like just open up a trading broker account with Tasty Trade. Then you don't have to take the money away from me for the work that I did. Oh well, that's what it's like when you run your own business. What hours of the days are required to work or trade with your course? You can do the course anytime, cuz NV in NVini. You can do the course anytime. It's video on demand, and then trades are all day. Like the futures markets stay open. They open up at 3 p.m. Vegas time, and then they close at 1 p.m. Vegas time. So on Sunday they open at 3 p.m. Vegas time, Sunday afternoon. They close Monday at 1 p.m. Vegas time. They reopen Monday at 3 p.m. And they keep doing that cycle all throughout the week till Friday at 1 p.m. And then they reopen Sunday. So there's trades all the time. I mean, 10 p.m. Vegas time, it gets busy because of markets in the EU and in Asia and stuff like that. Best time to trade, in my opinion, is 6:30 in the morning Vegas time. That's the New York Open. But you can find trades any time of the day. I give all options in the course. Let's see here. I got a grant from the Department of Defense and signed a deal with Lockheed. The Elk Creek project is in Nebraska. I mean, look, everything you do is a risk to you, man. It's good here. I arrive on Wednesday night. Where we'll be busy to have a great first night with drinks. Always go to the Bellagio or the Venetian. Those are always busy. Always busy Bellagio. Always busy Venetian. It's not choppy on your end. Good, good. Are you trading the ES? No, I'm trading NQ, but ES and NQ look nearly identical. So ES is a thing and NQ is a thing, and they both look pretty much the same. Let's see. I'll show you guys. So this is a chart, and this is Palantir. But if we look at ES, which is S&P 500 futures, I'm on funds. I gotta go to futures. Yeah, this is the ES chart right here. And if I were to quickly go back to here, I can actually go here, and then I should be able to just kind of show you two. So here's two charts next to each other. And I don't think I've synced any of my symbols. I'm ill prepared for this symbol. No, I don't want to sync the symbol. Interval, crosshair, date range. Yeah, they should be synced. And let's see, reset chart view. And if you take a look, see how they look almost identical, these two charts? That's because they almost trade identically. So NASDAQ is on the right and ES is on the left. And TradingView is doing a really lousy job of keeping them right now the same. I should maybe Casper myself here. And it's Casper. There it is. So you can see they look pretty much darn near identical right there, right? So that's that. Yep. So you can trade ES. You can trade whatever you want to trade. You can do what you want to do. Let's see here. Go back. Nobody wants to see that. They want to see Vegas stuff. So there it is. I only watched up to step 8, so I don't have a clue about the whatever, man. I don't hear a response about needing a deposit. Oh, I'm sorry if you asked that. No, so in trading, there's a lot of ways to trade with your own money, and so you have pattern day traders. Pattern day traders are people that need $25,000 deposited in the money in the markets. We use different types of firms that allow you to leverage other people's money, but not trade on leverage. One of them is called, let's see here, Top Step Trader. Another one is called Buell Knox. And they basically have you pass an exam portion. You pay a small fee, pass an exam portion. And then when you graduate, you pass that, you hit their profit margin, profit target. I can't talk. My mind is in 10 places right now. It's my first time doing this in a while. Then you go on and pay another fee, and then you can actually take money out. They give you a $2,000 cash account. So it's like $200 worth of fees you pay. But I have all my traders paper trade for a long time, to a month or two, to make sure that they're getting, it. And I recommend that they use a trading journal called TradeZilla, and then TradeZilla will tell them their percentages and their wins and stuff like that. And then after that, if you know you're winning 80% of your trades in most of your days, then you can go on to do the actual accounts where you can pass the trading challenge and then go and fund the account and stuff like that, and possibly make some money there. So yeah, you don't need huge deposits or nothing like that. Hey man, do you think Las Vegas lives are oversaturated? I think they've been oversaturated for a long time, Hayden. And I mean, like, I'm no different than anybody. Like, my thing is just my thing. I mean, like, Bro Frederick started doing his thing. I don't know if he's still doing his thing anymore in terms of live streams, but he was just talking to the audience from a coffee shop on the strip. Coffee shop. I'm so old and Canadian, it's not even funny. Coffee shop. But and then everybody's trying to show the same thing. They're all walking on each other. You no, you don't. No, you don't need. See, that's the problem. Sean Fry Fitness is like, yeah, you need to deposit cash. That's not the case. What do you think about gold mining stocks? I'd rather trade gold as an actual futures contract. See, if you're trading stocks, you gotta pay taxes on unrealized gains and stuff like this. If you're trading equities and stuff like that. But if you were just gonna go and be like, okay, I'm just gonna trade gold futures like GC1. Gold futures is right here. And if you just trade it like gold futures, that's the futures contract for gold, GC1. And yeah, if you're looking at this right now, let's see here. Is there an entry? Nope, not really. It's still underneath this thin blue line. But you get in when it cuts through the red line. You stand for a little bit. You scrape some profits. You scalp some profits off there. So you can trade this. You can trade silver. They have I think it's SI, is it? Is it silver futures? Yeah, you can trade silver futures. That's silver. Some people were asking if you could trade Bitcoin. You can trade Bitcoin futures, although I wouldn't do it. I don't like Bitcoin futures. The candles are just disgusting to me. I don't even know if they're better on a daily. Yeah, on a daily chart, you could probably try this. It's a tough chart to trade in futures. You can trade CL, which is crude oil futures. Crude oil futures is a good one to trade because they got lots of fluid movement throughout the day. It'll just go in one direction for a while. So lots of different things that you can do on these. You guys have a lot of questions about my trading course, and then I talk about it, and people are like, "You're making this into an infomercial." Yeah, my bad. Prop firms are different, but you're still paying a fee. Silver is definitely worth buying. It's way undervalued. Have I looked at Forex? Yeah, somebody tried to teach me how to do Forex trading a long time ago, and I never was able to figure it out. It didn't make any sense to me. It was just completely nonsense. I didn't understand it. You had to trade on margin or leverage, and it was like I put in $100, I lost it in 2 minutes. So I'm like, what is this? But that was me a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. If you're paying trading futures, you have to pay taxes. You do have to pay taxes, but the way the firms pay out, they pay you as a 1099, self-employed person. So you just withhold 30% and then you pay your taxes, per quarter, and that's the way you should do it. But for most people, they're like, it's not life. Like, here's the problem with all of these so-called trading gurus out there. They try to make it sound like you can make $10,000 a day if you just buy their $3,000 thingamajig and, oh, just buy my course. It's worth $3,000, and by next week you'll be making 5 grand. You'll make your money. That's such preposterous claptrap hogwash. I would love old words. I don't know, fooey. It's all hooey and fooey. Because the truth of the reality is, it takes a long time to learn that, but you can learn the basics and you can do some scalps and do simple stuff. And then I do mine for 90% off with my course, and that's what I think is great. I do 90% off my course, and to me, it just makes total sense to do. Let me see here. Yep. So StatsDraw, YouTube Live control panel. Oh, I have a control panel. Well, very nice, but I have to log in. Do you teach fundamentals of stock? Not option. Well, you know what? The thing is, the course teaches the fundamentals of market movement. So yes, the course teaches the fundamentals of how the markets move, support and resistance levels, market structure, all that stuff. Absolutely. I I can't believe I just did that. I somehow closed out my entire streaming app. That is terrible. Okay, so that's good. So anyways, and now I don't see where my chats are. So let me see if I can find that again. So let's see if we have our chats here. Hopefully it shows up. There it is. Boom. What a fool I can be, huh? Let's see. That, Stephen, is a gifted raconteur. I don't know what that means. Do you teach the fundamentals? Yes. How many more years is F1 going to run? At least 10 years. At least 10 years, man. We're going to be at it for 10 darn years, I think. Now my Arc browser is not coming up, so we have to go find it again. Don't know why. Where are you, Arc? Sync. Come back, Sync. All right, let me see here. Wow, it's not showing up. Anyways, doesn't matter. Aria, $300 a night high. Bunch of us meet every New Year. Okay. I'm curious why you don't trade options. Options to me are they're first of all, they're complicated to me. I'd rather not trade them. I'd rather trade something like futures where it's a little more fluid and there's more ability for me to control stuff. I don't have to buy the futures contracts and worry about all of those weird Greek letters. I can just click a button to get in and click a button to get out and then be done with it. It just makes more sense to me. But you know what? To each their own, as far as I'm concerned. Where is my trading view? Let's see if that shows up. Good, that showed up just fine. Now maybe it'll go back into my Arc browser. And it totally did. All right, I got the ocean of the motion and stuff like that. What is the duration of a scalp trade? I'm in about, seconds in some cases. It really just depends on what you want to do. Like if I was going to paper trade this right now, I could paper trade this right now. This is running on a daily chart. Here's CL. CL futures is closed right now. Of course it is. GC, let's go back to gold futures. And yeah, so it's gold futures. There's 30 seconds left on the chart. If I wanted to sell this right now, I just opened up a trade and let me see here. Do I have trading view open? I totally don't. Let's see here. Go back here. Go back there. Yeah, so I mean, this is an open trade right now. Lost $90 on it because I just clicked a button. But if I'm trading this right now, and you can close this trade out as soon as you want. Now let's see if it's worth 40 bucks. Okay, there. 60 bucks. Come on, close the trade out. There. I just made whatever I made. I made my profit on that trade. Let's see here. Paper trading. Um, Trading journal account history. So we just made $60 on that trade. There. That took us how long? A few seconds? Not long, right? So that was an example of what you would do on a 2-minute chart on gold futures. You enter into a trade and you exit out of the trade and you make 60 bucks. What did I always tell you? I'll make 50 bucks here, 60 bucks there. Do you write PineScript? I mess around with PineScript. Yeah, you saw PineScript. It was just I clicked the wrong button. I do have some indicators that I made that are like my scripts right here. I made some stuff here, but these are private and nobody else can use them but me. And I might offer them to my course coming up soon. So yeah, so you can definitely do something like that if you want to. It's really your call, whatever you want to do with it. Have fun. But if you guys want the course, go to 1kaday.diy and type in the code 1717 and you guys get it for 90% off. And the course, it's a big course, man. I'll tell you, it's a big, long course. Let me see if I can get to it. 1kaday.diy. Let's see here. Nope, can't show you any of that stuff. Let me get you a direct link to it and I can show you what it looks like. Because you guys are asking me a lot of good questions. I think, maybe that's a good reason to do these streams so you guys can fully understand. And we can have a two-way conversation with stuff where the strip isn't like, look at everything, it's all crazy all over the strip. And then you guys can actually see stuff here. So here, this is what it looks like if you guys were going to do it. If you get to the main site, make sure it's up. Yeah, so it's a big long course. We have all of these modules: introduction, getting started, troubleshooting, trading view because people have some issues. I have an email I do, for example, and where is it? How to reach me. This one here. This is a one-on-one email with my students. I answer as soon as I can, sometimes within seconds. And then all this stuff here, all these 20, 30-minute, or sometimes 30-minute long videos right here. And then we have prop firms that we deal with and stuff like that. And there's a lot of content being added to it. But 1kaday.diy and type in the code 17 and you would get it for 90% off. So let's talk about something else here that's not the course, because I don't want you guys to think that that's all we're talking about on this stream, because that's not the case. I want to go to vitalvegas.com and look at his news. He recently unbanned me. I met him downtown at the Golden Gate event. So Four Queens, $24 million hotel tower renovation. That's pretty cool. Oh, raconteur is somebody who speaks in a. I thought that's what they got the mobsters on. We got him for raconteuring. Yeah, that's how they got. That's how they got John Gotti for the raconteuring. PineScript is available under automatic mode via AI. Oh yeah, you can go into GPT and you can be like, write me a code for how to make $1 million, and it won't work, but you can do it. You can try. Steven, idea for a future live stream. Let's paper trade for a few hours at night. No, that's okay. I might do that with my students in my course someday, but I'm not gonna. We can't. This is not a trading channel. I would lose my audience. Blue Jays blew it. I don't know if they blew it. They had a bit of a rough one. I don't know if they blew it entirely, but yeah, they just couldn't do it, man. I don't think they had the experience. Experience matters a lot, you know. That's why an NHL team will bring in like a guy who's 44 years old because, you know, you got a lot of young pups who've never been to the big games and they have to be able to show them what's going on. No punk rock bowling. I don't care about that. He uses a lot of AI images. Wash it. Rio in the Sky, Excalibur show aren't coming back. Oh, he says they're not coming back. Let's see what he says here in this article. The amount of Vegas related whimsical nonsense, the reason false stories gain momentum. So let's see here. The origin of today's disinformation comes from visions. He's so wordy. God bless him. Such stories, okay. So it doesn't say, it just says they're not coming back. I'm not going to go into the whole entire story. ChatGPT tears into Green Valley Ranch, a new one over logo. Really? Are you serious? The logo, Green Valley Ranch, new logo. Refer. Does it look like ChatGPT? Green GVR. I don't know that it looks like ChatGPT. I think it looks kind of classy, if I'm being honest with you. What do you guys think of the new Green Valley Ranch logo? I think it looks nice. I don't know. Some people apparently think it looks like GPT. I don't know. Let's see here. The umps helped the Dodgers 3 times. Oh, come on, man. Then you had that challenge, the game 6 with the Blue Jays won it. So come on, dude, for reals. What's up there, Wartbird? Nice to see you, brother. That's good. So we have top chats. Can I go to live? Oh, this is all messages. It's not showing me all messages. Is the Sphere in trouble? Well, the Sphere lost a lot of money, like a ton of money. The MSG Sphere lost a ton of money. Let's just ask Google. Let's just go to Google and ask Google, how much money has the MSG Sphere in Vegas lost year by year since year by year since opening? And we'll see what it says. So it says here the first year they had a loss of 480 million. They lost 341.2 million for that year. Initial quarter, the Sphere was at an operating loss of 98 million. July 2024, the Sphere lost 125 million with a total loss of 500 million by November 2024. So that's a lot of money to lose. I'm not a mathematician or anything, but that's about $1 billion that they've lost over time. So I hear that the Wizard of Oz is doing well. It's making them some money, but they're not making any money on that project right now. So we'll see what happens with them. They need more than just the Wizard of Oz. It's a one-trick pony. You have to get to a point where like you have to diversify stuff. And oh, hey, the Eagles are coming back. It's a minimum spend of $380, so you get the worst seat in the house on the Eagles. But then you got to pay the Eagles. That's why the Wizard of Oz makes money, and all the other shows don't get that. Like, oh, hey, everything's making money. Everything's making money. No, because you got to pay the Eagles, you got to pay the performers. But the Wizard of Oz is just buy once, use forever. Hey, Steven, I got a question about the 90,000 empty rooms in Vegas. What about it? Why are liberals always on the losing end of all issues? They're not. Sometimes they're on the winning end, like when Obama was president for 8 years straight. So, and then when Biden was president for 4 years straight, they were on the winning end of all issues. It just seems like they're on the losing end of all issues right now because they don't have good party leadership currently. And there are some people that could be great in the party, but are not experienced enough and are not emotionally mature enough. Like Stephen A. Smith would be great if he was a Democrat because he talks to both sides and he's generally, is your audio breaking up? It shouldn't be breaking up. My audio should be good. But Stephen A. Smith is, Stephen A. Smith is generally a pretty balanced dude, but he's emotionally immature. He walks and rants, like, so like that's what I think it is. But you can ask me questions about politics. That's fine. What does that mean for the economy in Vegas? 90,000 empty rooms at Caesars? Well, it means that there's a lot of people for Caesars, the third largest employer in the state, that probably got furloughed over the summer. And, they got furloughed, they got cut hours, they weren't brought in. And if that happens, then it's a cascading downstream effect, right? You have less people that are attending bar, you have less people that are attending slots, you have less people that are working tables, you have less people doing less of everything. And then that means that less people can afford things for the family. And you know, they can't participate in the economy as much. And eventually they have to leave. And if they have to leave, then the city contracts and expand and instead of expands. And so that's what it means. I'm certainly not a Toronto fan, but that was the best World Series I've seen in my 70 years of life. I saw the Red Sox win it, the Cubs win it, but Toronto needs to receive the credit they deserve. I thought it would be funny if Donald Trump congratulated the team from the 51st state for winning the World Series. That is the biggest tragedy of it all. So, an amazing team that was inches away from winning the greatest final game ever played, in my opinion. Both of those teams played their maximum of the last second. All right, well, that's cool. Yeah, it'd be funny if Donald Trump, he's like, I can't do the Trump voice. I don't know if my microphone sounds good or if it's peaking or anything. I'm coming to Vegas for NFR in early December. I usually get packed for NFR. Do you anticipate it being affected? It's one of the most busiest times of Vegas. My guess it'll be packed. Yeah, it'll be packed for the big events. Now, whether or not like Cowboy Christmas is super slammed, I don't know. Um, I'd have to like look at, where's the audience for that come from? Because right now it's all regionals and locals that are packing all of the venues. And regionals are California, Utah, Arizona, that kind of stuff, right? So those people coming in pretty good. But NFR, right? I'm talking Montana. Now, here's another big thing. Lots of Canadians do rodeo. They may not come. So they might not be coming. So we might have that impact there. Just went to Dodger Parade. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. But yeah, you can ask me a question about whatever. Economy, politics, Vegas. Let's just talk about whatever. I don't care. There's some things I won't answer, and I'll tell you that I won't answer you, and I won't give you a reason why I won't answer you because it's none of your damn business anyways. So there it is. What were we looking at before? Oh, I should probably look to see if anybody here actually went in for the course, and I can congratulate you. Let's see here. Amazon is putting 600,000 jobs at risk. Goodbye to human employees. Amazon accelerates its robotic transformation. I just got that on my iPad here. That is insanity. Crazy stuff. Steven, I'm going to say with your course, I'm sure I'll learn a lot. Plus, I want to help support you. Oh, thank you, go, Got sats. I appreciate you, bro. Just send me an email, dude. We can talk about stuff. I know you can't trade in your Fidelity IRA, but there's got to be an option for you that we can set you up with. I'll have to ask my guy who's been mentoring me on stuff what he uses because he trades a cash account. He's smart on that, and he can probably put you in the right direction for somewhere that'll give you really good experience as a brokerage. Our small businesses shuttering in off strip areas. It's struggling. It's not optimal, that's for sure. But every time a small business shutters, we have people that come in and do their thing. I don't know if Kimberly or Miss K is here, but somebody enrolled in it 30 minutes ago. Maybe that was Miss K, or maybe she was going off my video. I don't know for sure. So for example, there was this like smoke shop next to this little place that sold fake nails, and they closed, and then they merged those two things, and then a Five Below opened. And if you don't know Five Below, it's just like it's bad. What it is the 99-cent store, everything used to be $5 or $10. Now Five Below, everything is below $5. Still think you should be a character actor in film. I don't know why you say that, but that's fine. Just put him in Schwab. Schwab, yeah, Thinkorswim is fine. But the thing is, the idea here is to be able to integrate it into TradingView. And so Tasty Trade is a good one. I know people like Tradeovate. Tradeovate feeds and integrate into TradingView really well. Do I gamble? No, I don't gamble at all. Do magic spells do any good in terms of making profitable trades? No, not at all. Some people go by the moon phases for trades. Some people go by this. Some people go by that. It's absolutely ridiculous. My guess is Vegas will eventually start giving deals on rooms. They're already doing that. They had that fabulous 5-day sale. It may take a few more months. Though they did their fabulous 5-day sale. We'll see if that stems the tide going forward. I don't know why I've never done a video on I shouldn't bite my fingers on the Las Vegas Sphere. I did one in the past and I said it was going to lose money. Are there fees to using TradingView? Yes, there are. It's $14.95 a month or something for the basic plan, I think. And then you pay $7 for the CME data. I don't know what the broker fees for anything else is, but Thinkorswim's a good platform and you don't have to use TradingView if you use Thinkorswim. The good thing about like, what I do is that it's very basic. Unless you want to use like the J Bravo indicators, you're just talking about a moving average, which is a red line, a white line, and a blue line, and a Fibonacci, and that's basically it, and a volume indicator. Do you teach trading off the Renko bars? I don't use Renko bars or Hekinashi bars. You could use those if you wanted to, but I just like price action with red and green bars. Stephen, what's your favorite book on the stock market? Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas is really good, and then also another book called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hoggard is really good. And then there's one that I have to read called The Trading Floor, and I don't know the author right now. And I should read it, just get it over with. Hey Steve, I've been enjoying the course, just taking it slow, learning things. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Corey B, for being part of my students. I've had a few emails of friendly deals in various hotels over the last few weeks. Yeah, I mean, like, look. Let's do this. Let's just go here and just type in I like kayak.com. That's one of my old school ones from back in the day. And let's see what it's worth. Let's see what everything looks like. Let's see what everything looks like. I wish so hard that this would stay on top because every time I click, it disappears. That is a bummer. Okay, so let's see Las Vegas. Let's see what the stays are like in Vegas this. We'll go, let's see here. Big holiday coming up last Thursday of the month. So this is going to be Thanksgiving on the 27th. Let's look for the run up for Thanksgiving. We'll just go Wednesday. We'll check out on a Friday, see what that looks like. One room, two guests, and search. An error occurred. Oh, you know why? Derp. Didn't type in the city. I'm smart. Okay, so then we got that. Oh, well, that's convenient. It shows you the greens, the reds, and the pinks. That's the midweek conundrum that people are under right there. Sahara, $68. Autonomous. Drive past this place all the time. Sold this guy advertising back in the day. Circa 169. Jet luxury. Oh, we can just zoom in on the map. Ain't that a kicker? Everything on the strip is $100. Really? Planet Hollywood, $100. $110 for the park. That's not bad. So yeah, you get some deals. I mean, these are cheap. What's so cheap here? No way. The link is $70. What is the price on the booking page? That's what we have to look at. Because $70, book with hotel, free cancellation, popular site Expedia. Wow, Kayak is just basically a referral site now, huh? No inclusions. Okay, let's see what this has. Let's see what they say on Caesars. $70 for the link. What is the final price? Because they're supposed to show the price frontward facing, and it's not even. Look at this. Nothing. Look at this. Okay, good. $70. C rates. $70. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's kind of hard to see, but I don't know if you can see it. Do you guys see how the rate is $20 for the room? No doubt. This is ridiculous. See it right here? Right now, $20 room rate. This is the silliness in Vegas in practice. $50 rate resort fee, $70 total. That's bonkers, dude. Look at that. Ain't that a trip? Yeah, the resort fee is $50. The room is worth $20. So you see that, oh man, it's like, ugh, it just chaps my you-know-whats. Chaps my you-know-whats every time I see this ridiculousness when I do this kind of stuff. It's kind of silly, you know what I mean? What about resort fees? Monday live stream. Yes, we did a Monday live stream. Yeah, the resort fees there. Steven, check out Verizon. Lots of upside, great dividend. Okay. Vegas isn't just gambling. Free tours are available monthly at the Nevada test site, Mercury, Nevada, not far from restricted area 51. But you got to get yourself out there. How about Resorts World, Caesars, Fontainebleau? Let's see. Resorts World, Caesars Palace, right? So we'll go to book a hotel. We'll type in, we'll just go to Caesars Palace. Same thing, right? Boom. Let's see what it comes up as. This one comes up as $149 a night with the fee included. So it's double the price in a little bit. And then you say, what's Resorts World worth? Resorts World, Las Vegas. Don't have that. in my thing here. Check availability. So these prices are the prices you get. That can't be right. $79 for November 18th. You're going to be able to stay at Resorts World. They're on a fire sale. They just lost a lawsuit against somebody who was getting harassed or something. Hilton. Hilton's the cheapest version that you can get there. So let's see here. View rooms for the Hilton. Oh, really? So, oh, no thanks. I'll pay the regular price. Yeah. That you might as well just say, are you an a-hole? That's what I should ask you. Are you a sucker, a loser? Sign up for our stupid Genting rewards or our Hilton rewards, Hilton honors. So that's it. You can't book it for that price. See, you have to sign up for their stupid. See, I know one of you guys here very heavily vested in this company. This company doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So I say 10 out of 10, stay away from them. I don't like them very much. That's just me. Yeah. So you do you, but I would not stay at Resorts World. I'd imagine if big hotels are so expensive or no. Well, I mean, we saw Caesars was 149. I got the resort fee waived at the Mirage in January. I said too cold to swim. Oh, there you go. 149 is not bad. It used to be 300 a night, 75-day resort fee. Waive the fees and write off the taxes. There you go. Well, anyways, guys, you guys are lovely, wonderful people. I just wanted to see if in-studio stream would be okay. I don't know how many people I have watching. There's a problem, which is that I don't have a proper control panel up. If I can do this in a different web browser, I can see maybe how many people we have watching, peak and stuff. But looking at it all in a different sense here, let's go to and channel dashboard. Man, I don't even know. Go live. See how many people we got watching because it doesn't tell me. All right, I got 194 live viewers. Well, that's not actually all that terrible, is it? So there you go. All right, cool. Okay. How do you handle slippage? Um, Slippage always occurs. It's always a thing in trading that happens. Futures markets are pretty they're not as bad as they used to be. Slippage occurs sometimes. If there's an error on the platform, then typically the company that you're trading with will usually buy for if it affects a lot of people, reset trades. If you lost money on it, I've seen a company called Top Step do that a whole lot. They're pretty cool with that. But they'll have their own platform called Project X, which tomorrow I'm going to post this really long 30-minute tutorial on that platform for my students. And yeah, they generally don't have a lot of slippage. And then the thing is, people who are worried about slippage, to me, it's a forest for the trees thing. I don't think most people it affects them as much as they think it does, but they hear about it, then they focus on it, and then they're not seeing it for what it really, for what the most important thing is, if that makes sense. Let's see here. Hi, Stephen. Hi, chat room. Is Luxor getting demolished? That's just a rumor. The Luxor's not going anywhere. They print money. It would cost more money to tear it down and then rebuild it. And there's no casino company that wants to commit to something like that, especially when you consider the Luxor is literally like kind of across the street from the baseball stadium they're building, and it's right by Allegiant. And so if you were to tear that down, takes 8 months to tear down a casino, 6 months, 8 months a year, and then you're going to build it. Takes another 2 or 3 years to build something. You're going to take a piece of land that's perfectly monetizable right now, and you're going to make it no money, no income, and just a money pit for 5 years. That doesn't make no sense to anybody. So that's not going to happen. But anyways, yeah, tried to do a live stream, had 187 concurrent viewers, did 1 hour. Does one risk losing any money in the futures market? So that's a really good question. Here's how I like to explain it. So, because you guys are asking me about my course again. And, I'd be an idiot if I didn't take my time to tell you about my course because, it's my product and it's how I support myself, right? So we'll just talk about that for a minute. So here's the course, right? When we get to this section down here in the course, we talk about the firms that we use to trade with. So I call it the palette cleanser, right? Because we were talking about all these different entries and stuff like that. And I'll zoom in a little bit here. And so when you see here, we have coupons and codes and stuff like that we offer. And you can see them right here. And I give you guys like the discounts and stuff. Well, what that means is like one of these, this company gives you do the exam for $43. You make a profit target, you hit it, you pay a $150, you unlock the account. Then you get an account worth $2,000 and you can possibly make some money that way. Now, a $2,000 account, if you spend your own cash on stuff, Well, now you're spending $2,000 of your own money. You lose that money, you have to make another $2,000. This way, you do it at your own pace. You trade whenever you want, as long as you trade, a few times in a 30-day period, they're not going to close your account. And once you figure out the entries and the moves and you just get a consistent cadence, you can possibly make 50, 100, 300 a day over and over if you're committed to it and you put in your effort. So that's the answer. You're not going to risk thousands of your own dollars on this kind of stuff because of the way that the course is set up. So people can go and learn at their own pace. And for the first little while, you're going to paper trade, which is trading without any real money involved. Paper trading, for example, on this chart right here, right? This is my chart for gold on TradingView. And I see right now that I am totally not showing you that. So yeah, this is our paper trade account right here. And you can trade this all day long and get your practice in with spending $0 of risk to yourself. And that's how that goes. So answer your question there. Let's see here. How many points a day profit do you aim for? Well, somebody wanted to make $200 a day on NQ. They would want to make 10 points a day. All right, because there's $20 per point on an NQ. How can you make that? Well, let's just take a look here. I can show you exactly what that kind of looks like. Let's see. Let's look at this chart right here. This is a 2-minute chart, right? This is 3 o'clock. So here's the market open. Here's the market open. What are these worth? Let's see. We're going to go to our price range here. This bar right here from top to here. This bar is worth 20 points. Okay. So 20 times 20 is 400 if you did it that way. I have people trading micros, which is explained in the course. And so you would risk less. But yeah, if you did this one here, just this one bar, this takes 2 minutes to form because each one of these lines is worth 2 minutes. That's worth $400. If you stayed in this for longer, let's say you stayed in this for longer and you stayed in it to here, that is what, 30, so $600. Let's say you had balls of steel and you stayed in this to the bottom. Well, that's 114 points, and I'm not good at math, so I'll ask it, what's 114 times 20? Should be what, 2,200? Something like that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's like $2,200 if you had balls of steel and you traded this entire move down. And how long would that take? You would have entered this at 6:36. You would have entered it somewhere around 7 o'clock. So your potential earnings there would have been like $2,000 in a 30-minute period. But again, this is a grand slam home run hit. You don't see this set up often. If you got in on this, congratulations, a winner is you, that kind of thing. Realistically, though, you're looking at like this right here. You say, oh, well, I saw this crossed over this little thin blue line, went off the red line. What's this move up here? That move is worth 15 points. Okay, cool. Well, that's $350 or whatever it is right there. So that's like a $350 thing up. Anyways, how many points a day for profit? There you go. Okay. Do you trade on the chart or in the DOM? I trade on the chart. I just find it easier to trade on the chart. I trade with hotkeys as well. So you can trade in the depth of market if you want to. That's this thing that just swung out here, and you can right click and enter and do all sorts of things here. I just tell people it's just easier if you just trade using the chart, which is the thing that you see up here with the red buttons. But anyways, you guys are really interested about the course. Like, you know what I think you should do is I think you guys should probably just go to 1kaday.diy, and you guys should go and type in code 17 and get 17, and you get 90% off if you guys do that, if you guys want to go check it out. And that's the thing I just posted into the chat right now. I just figured out how to do chats because I am an old guy. Anyways, I don't want to turn this into a trading thing, but people ask me questions about my product. I'd be a fool not to answer them. And I'm going to be really candid with you guys. Like, I've been worried about my mental capacity lately. I really have been. And it's been like something that I've been dealing with health anxiety for a while. And so part of me doing this was it was like really nice to see that my brain is maybe not as fractured and broken as I thought it was, because I'm able to hold a conversation with you guys. And it's just like I don't get sleep at all. And when I do sleep, I wake up all fractured and stuff like that. And I don't sleep enough, and I do caffeine and all sorts of, things in the past that make me think that I might be losing my mind, but it looks like I'm not losing my mind. Anybody have any other questions for me? Ask me in the chat. It can be about anything. Maybe we keep it going here. What do you think about Golden Nugget? I booked a room for 2026, but got run of the house special. I think Golden Nugget's a cool property. I would definitely stay there if I were you. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I just got to stretch my legs for a minute. Poker players don't get dementia. I am not a poker player, so I'm screwed. Give me half a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you. Oh, never mind. Thing I was looking for is right here. Okay. Vegas peaked in 2009. XS 2009. Hakkasan 2013. No refresh in 15 years. Gen Z drinks 20% less. Still $500. $2,000 bottles. Same booth. Same Tiesto. Outdated. Overpriced. Well, I don't know. Like, you're talking about the club scene, and I'm not a club scene guy. So my question for you is to ask a question to your question. And my question to you is, what is it like in other cities? I don't know. Like, do those guys, do they have their DJs? Have they changed? The club scene seems to be one of the more healthy things in Vegas these days. What do you think about 3L Atlas? Is that comet thing that I've heard about? I don't know. One sec here. I gotta get my water. Ah, old man noises. Salut. Anyways, talk about my faith. I did that on my last stream and I lost 20 subscribers. Can you believe it? Talked about faith. We did that on Sundays a whole lot. What did Vegas K say? She retracted her message. I can't read it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Is it the is I don't know. Wasn't there this like Atlas comet thing that's gonna kill us all or something? Hmm. But yeah, dude, here's the thing. It would be nice if you've done a live stream after you released your video so we could talk about the video. Okay, talk about the video. We just watched it. Let's talk about it. I'm not kidding. They're all going to be economic news updates with a Vegas flair at this point. Because here's the thing, like, it's not that I don't love Vegas. I mean, I live in this city. You can only talk about Vegas so much. I mean, like, look, okay, let's do this. I'm going to blank out the screen for just a minute. And because I want to log out of my I want to log out of my main YouTube account right now, and I want to go into a sub account that I have, and I don't want it to be like all. I don't want to show you my subscriptions. That's one thing. And let's see here. Switch account. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the left and said I'm angry. How do I go incognito? I don't even remember how to go incognito mode. We'll do this. This is Dirk's old channel. My magician friend that died. Okay, so here we go. So we have Vegas stuff, right? Let's go see what this all looks like. Okay, so let's type in Vegas. Just see what Vegas comes up with. We got 13 reasons you should avoid Las Vegas. Oh, that's Travel Ruby. Really? Is that what she looks like? I don't watch these people. And then you have, did MGM finally admit it went too far? Crazy November Las Vegas news. They're all trying to copy Jacob. And because he's so good at what he does. Because Jacob's like, Vegas will never be the same. I don't know. That's not how he talks. He yells when he does his videos. It's really weird. I'm like, oh, whoa, why are you yelling? Stop yelling at me. It's totally fine. Like, I can hear you. I usually listen on AirPods, but anyway, 90,000 empty rooms in Vegas, mass layoffs. Okay. What's new in Vegas for November? Newest things to see in Las Vegas for November. Well, this guy keeps popping up. Who is this prick? Oh, I hate his little face. I just want to punch him in his smug little mug. Just kidding. Vegas Casino admits why this strip is empty. No more riffraff. I think this is, look at this guy. He's got 3,800 subscribers and somehow his video took off 1 million views. And this guy, I think, is like a scumbag channel that makes AI trash. Yep. It's all AI trash, man. Because I think my wife showed me this thing before, and he lies so hardcore. This is his outlier, 100x. 100. Wait a minute. Where's the one that we just saw? Yeah, this is the one that we just saw. And it's so disgusting that he's making these kinds of Boku views off this, because when you go into the video, it's such trash. I posted up on my Patreon once a reply to one of his videos because was it this one? I think it was the one where it was like Vegas mayor unveils why nobody it had a picture of like somebody. Anyway, it's and they're just faceless AI channels, man. You're not rewarding anybody by watching it. This guy's legit. This guy Nick Johnson, he's got a big following. So this is cool. And then 40 Things to Do in Vegas 1 year ago. Now we're like people also watch 33,000 Lydia in Vegas. But my question to you guys, I mean, it seems like Vegas is just played, man. It's just played out. You can only make the same videos. Hey, Jacob, settle down, man. We love you. You're awesome. Just, you know, you're too muscular for me. You scare me. 7 reasons you should move to Vegas. See what I mean? Here's the deal. This only has 15,000 views. And I'm not critiquing anybody, but let me just show you something, okay? So this one only has 15,000 views on it right here. And that's that's tough, right? Because like, look, Vegas will never be the same. 131,000 views. And then you have 7 reasons you should move to Las Vegas, 15,000 views. It's just so hit or miss. See how streaky things are? But I can tell you one thing that people like all the time, which is the economy. I love Jacob's channel. Everybody should watch Jacob. Go subscribe to him. This channel is not subscribed to anybody. This is a sub channel. It's not my personal channel. Anyways, go back to your comments here. Have you shown what you get for resort? I've done resort fee videos for sure. I have. Do you still do drawings? I do draw. Um, I took a bunch of photos with this camera. I don't think the battery's any good. Let me see if I really doubted it. I um I went to I went to Easy Pawn on Las Vegas Boulevard yesterday, down by the D Hotel, and I bought this Moby Dick camera right here. It's my white whale camera. I always wanted one of these. This is a Samsung Galaxy camera, Galaxy Camera 2, and I think the battery is completely dead, isn't it? Oh, it's not dead. Okay, good. So the reason why this camera is so unique is because this camera is Android. It's literally like that. So that's this camera, and it has Android apps on it. So you can put custom cameras, apps, and things like this. You could technically, if you get on the Play Store, it doesn't even connect to Google Play anymore. You can sideload apps on this. I sideloaded a custom camera. You could put Grand Theft Auto 3 on this and play on your camera if you want to. So I was taking some photos with this today. Um, I might, yeah, I don't know, put them on Patreon or something. Just to keep myself being creative. You know what I mean? Let's go to your comments about what I was saying about other YouTubers. Always the gossipy bitch shit. Let's see here. Be nice. So much AI trash now. I completely agree with you 100%. What did I just do? How did I swip into my charts again? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, good. Okay, that's weird. I'm way on delay. Let's see here. No, I'm live. Good. All right. So let's go back to your comments. You guys were talking to me and stuff like that, and I'm not paying attention to you. It's like it's my first live stream that I ever did. You two did massive layoffs. AI taking over mainstream is next, and content creators will get even less scraps. That's why you got to have like a product, or you can't do this. Like, if I don't know if these other Vegas channels have sponsorships. I don't know what they do, but you can't make money off ads anymore. It's ridiculous. You couldn't pay your bills. I get 1 million views a month. I can't pay my bills off of 1 million views a month. I can't. It wouldn't cover my rent and my insurance and my car and stuff like that. It's silly. Bright Sun Travel did a fantastic Vegas video 10 days ago about how expensive it is. Metal Leo has been grifting Vegas vids with a frame narrative with selective footage in areas. Just put Vegas is dead in the title. It seems to work. Have you ever had brunch at Main Street? My favorite buffet because budget friendly. No, I'm not a Main Street guy. If I can't stream in there, I don't really like to go into those places. I don't have hate for them. You should go to Main Street. It's cool. Um, you get tricked into AI ones. I find myself there's some AI content that's not bad. Like the way I look at it, it's like if a person speaks English with a funny accent, that's so racist, right? You're racist. But if they have an accent, they may not want to, talk. They might not be comfortable English first language and they want to access the English language. That's fine. And I've also watched auto dubbed videos. Hell, I watched an auto dubbed video from Spain on this channel, on this camera right here. And then there's one guy I watch. He does like camera updates on stuff like DJI products, and I could hardly even understand them. Well, I watch them anyways. Have you ever had brunch? Okay, so we're not even talking to me anymore. You guys are. Oh, we got okay. Heidi, I agree, is still one of the few economical. Why don't you trade for a Wall Street firm? Um, why wouldn't you do it by yourself? That's the question. Because here's the deal: reliance on other people, I can't do it. Okay, so it's not for me. I've always had problems working for other companies and organizations. I don't fit in. My brain doesn't get along with people very well. I'm always the person who overthinks things. And, if you had a meeting of the minds and somebody came up with an idea, I would find myself giving you 5 scenarios of why it might not work and why it might work. But people don't like that. They're like, you think too fast, you talk too fast. Okay, whatever. They pay 25K per 1 million traded. Oh, you can make way more. Potentially you could make way more money. That's fine. Sure, you're trading somebody else's money, but you also have like certain metrics you have to hit. Can't just take breaks, can't just take vacations. Like if you went in with like a big like if you went in with a big account and you're using the same firms that I'm using, and I tell my students to use 50K accounts, but if you went in with like a 150K account and you traded the same thing I was showing you, I'm not telling you to do this. I don't tell my students to do this, but just to give you an example, an illustrative example of how this would work. Let's go back to our trading view here. And I want to show you something, okay? So let's just go and let's just like replay trade this. We're going to go to trading replay right here. So let's say you went in and you're on regular NQ. Now, there's a 10 factor here, and some people will understand what I'm talking about. Some people won't. So I'm just going to crank this up to 30. Okay, so 30 is the same as 3 full-sized contracts on the NASDAQ, but we're on NQ futures, but we're on micro NQ futures. So anyways, if you traded this and you went to buy market here, boom, and then you watch this, okay, so that's worth 60 bucks. But then watch. Okay, next one. You just made $1,000. Okay, that's cool. And then you're looking at this next one. That's up to 1785. And then you're looking at this next one. Now, the top out of this move, if you traded big like this, is $2,600. This took you 2, 4, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And yes, there are people that after many, many years of doing this, trade exactly this way. They even go in with more. They go in with potentially even more than this. So, would you like to make $2,600 in 6 minutes? Well, the answer is, of course you would. Are you going to? Probably not. This is like elite level status. But then my question to you is like, why would you go into the Wall Street firm so you can make $25,000 for $1 million of trading action? Because depending on when you're trading stocks, it's very different. I go over this in my course with people and I explain to them what it looks like and how it works. But when you're trading stocks, you need to have like massive amounts of money involved in those. So let's say you want to trade like a Tesla stock, right? You was like, I'm going to trade Tesla or something. And what is Tesla actually worth right now? It's on my watch list. Tesla's worth freaking $468, right? So if you're going to do something like that, it's going to look something like this. And here's why most people can't get into the markets. So you're going to be looking at it like this. Where's my draw doc? Okay, did it come up? Where is it? Oh, this is starting to really chat my ass. All right. So you're looking at, we'll just call it 400 because I'm bad at math. 400, right? Now, if you want to gain $1 and you have to buy 100 shares. You have to buy 100 shares to make 100. What did I just do? I am the worst in the world in the history of anything. All right. So $400 a share, right? If you want to buy 100 shares, that's how much, kids? That's $40,000, right? And then you're going to hope that Tesla goes up by $1. And that's going to make you $100 because 100 shares goes up times, you got $101. You made $1 profit off of this trade. And you had to have $40,000 worth of money behind that to trade 400 shares of Tesla. Or you go in on leverage, right? That's ridiculous. That's a lot. That's complicated. People don't have the means to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people there's a big difference. And when you're trading for a Wall Street firm, obviously you have tens of millions of dollars behind you and you can leverage and stuff like that. Vegas Don mentions me all the time. He's a good guy. Do I trail my stop? Yes, but I don't teach that in the course. This is just a scalping course that we teach. But when I trade, I stay in moves yeah, it's more advanced stuff. And you add positions and you sell off positions. And what are your thoughts on the upcoming A Stadium that's currently built? I'll put it in the chats. If you guys want to go get the course, fine. Go treat yourself for, early Black Friday or something like that. Code 17 for 90% off. And then I'll show you what I do, and maybe you guys could benefit from it too. I'll put it in the chats. What's your thoughts on the upcoming A Stadium? What's currently being built on the other building projects that are supposed to go up around the stadium? We're talking about the Bally's thing. That's probably never going to happen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news with people, but let's see what that is. It's the Bally's Project Vegas Athletics. So they have this rendering that they want to build, and it's just ridiculous. I don't think it's ever going to happen personally, but let's see here. That's what they want to build. Now, the parent company of the company that owns that land said they might put some money towards it, but they're not going to fully fund this. Nobody thinks this is going to happen. This is like, well, we got partial funding. We're going to put shovels in the ground next year and we'll have it open by the time the stadium opens. No, you won't. And besides, like, you're going to get tenants for this thing in this economy. I don't know that you will. So that's what they want to build. What are my thoughts on the athletic stadium? um I think it looks like the Sydney Opera House. I think that it's a stupid stadium because it faces the west. And so I mean, like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but let's look at this way. I don't know who designed this place. Um, we're going to type in the renderings here. So this looks directly west. you know? So let's open the image in a new tab right here. And where did that come out of? Here it is. So here we have a stadium that looks basically directly west. And I will tell you, have any of you guys ever driven around southern, like Las Vegas in the summertime when it's getting dark? Have you ever driven west? It is the most horrible thing in the world. And now you have a stadium where the batter gets to stare into the sun. It's like a U2 I'm not the only one staring at the sun. This is a bad idea. I just don't understand anything behind this project. I think that the project is heavily invested in DEI, which bothers me. I don't think the project is invested in DEI, athletics, ballpark, DEI. I know it is. Okay. It's literally yeah. It's DEI. No. See, there. They are evaluating their diversity pipeline program. They took it all off their website. When they came up with the project, they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, 51% of everybody building it is going to be either a woman, an LGBTQ person, a disabled person, or a veteran." I'm all for the veteran thing, but the other thing is like, no. And then they're like, "Yeah, and everybody we hire for the concessions will be these things too." And I'm like, "Why don't you just put the best person for the job out there?" That bothers me. And it bothers me that this is money that they're going to be taking away that could go to like students and stuff like that. That's troublesome to me too. So that bothers me. People betting on the sportsbook app doesn't help Vegas. It does because the money goes towards the state, but it keeps them out of the state too because those sportsbook apps are now in every single market. 31, 32 states have them. And so it means they don't have to come here. I covered that in my last video. When you invest, you got to look long term. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You be smart. Take your money, do scalping, make extra money, put it into Bitcoin, put it into something, sit it, put it into the S&P 500, put it into the NASDAQ. I mean, those things go up 18 or 20% a year. Absolutely. Go long term. But you need money to start. And a lot of people don't have money to start. A's ownership is cheap. John Fisher is a weirdo. I don't like him very much. Patrick asks, how long have I lived in Vegas and how do you think the economy is there now compared to near 2008? The economy is in a weird place right now. I've been in Vegas since 2004. So in 2008, the economy was just, there was less people here, that's for sure. But the corporations didn't own the city like they do now, so there was more deals to be had, and the casinos could react faster than they have been recently. And in 2008, the city wasn't primed towards what it is now. Like in 2008, like we can just go see. You want to see what the strip looked like in 2008? You just go to Google Maps. I gotta blank out my screen for a minute though because it's going to center it over my house. And so let me go here for a minute. And yeah, go to Maps. Yeah, if you don't know this, Google Maps will always put itself right over where you live, and I don't want it to do that. So we'll go to Google Maps and we'll go to the strip here. And so we have the strip, we have Caesars, Let me show you an example of how things have changed out there so you guys can kind of get it a little bit easier. If I show you this way, Madame Tussauds, that's what is that there? Forum Shop, Caesar's Palace, Palazzo, Lake of Dreams. Right here is specifically where I'm looking for. We're going to put our little dude right down here, and we're going to go plop. There you go. And so here we have this now. A lot of people don't know that you can do this on Google Maps, but up in the corner of Google Maps, in the top left-hand corner, it says see more dates. And then what you can do is you can go see more dates. Let's go back to 2007. See 2007? There was no high-end shopping here. Nothing like that existed. 2011, Wynn had built the Encore Beach Club. 2009, the Encore Beach Club didn't even exist. See? This is 2009. Look what's there now, right? Go with 2016, you can see it. 2016, 2009. So you can see, like, this is the opulent, super high-end retail shops over at the Wynn. Over here. Let's go down way down here. Come on, transport me. There you go. See this plaza shops? This wasn't here back in the day, right? There's no plaza shops. There's a parking garage. So that's another way Vegas has changed compared to like 2008. In 2008, like let's go down the road a little bit. Let's go see down the road a little bit. You know, it wasn't there just wasn't as much. There's Harris, there's the Link, Flamingo, Cromwell, Grand Bazaar shops. All right, well, what was here back in the day? Okay, there's Bottle Blonde being built. Let's go to our more dates up here. Go back here to 2007. 2007. How'd you do? No shops, no nothing, right? So Vegas has monetized and leveraged itself so heavily. 2009 didn't have anything. 2011, nothing. 2013, all he had is the walkway. When did that thing start getting built? Right around 2014. When did the casinos start like leveraging themselves out to Wall Street? Right around here, right around this point of the time when everything was just commercialized, when everything was just like, how much money can we wring out of this little son of a gun? So, yeah, I mean, there used to be no CVS here. If we go back to 2007, this used to be a parking garage for Bally's employees. It keeps defaulting. This is one bug in Google Maps. There, I remember standing out here. We used to literally stand out here. Be surprised if I wasn't on here. This used to be a spot where we would stand out and sling timeshare tours. Is that me? For all I know, that's me. Black shirt. Yeah, the likely suspect right there. And so, yeah, now this is a CVS pharmacy. So everything became so much corporatized. Everything became make as much money as you possibly can off of it. And look at this. There's no bars and stuff like that here. You can see it here. All the construction being built around everything. This is 2022, 2025. How'd you do? If it's flat, go build something on it. Anyways, let's go back to your chats. Hopefully things start to get better. Do you think the card shufflers are card shufflers or card setters? I don't know the difference. I'm not smart enough like you. Hopefully things start to better in early 2026. Do you think things will be better in the Time for America 250 events? And what's your opinion on the celebration? Um, I think it's unfortunate that so many people will not enjoy it because of Donald Trump, and they're going to say that he ruined it somehow and made it about him, just like when he had a military parade and they said it was about him and it wasn't about him. I think that there's a lot of people that are not going to enjoy that. I think it's pretty cool. Most empires survive 250 years. We'll see how this one goes. Um, this ain't much of a back and forth. No, Bob, it's my stream. I do what I want. I'm willing to bet a number of those people are high-end shops don't even pay any rent, as if they're invited to an open shop. Yeah, of course. Of course, absolutely, 100%. They get huge breakage to be in the Bellagio. That is an overexposed photo if I've ever done seen one. They get huge money to be in the Bellagio because they draw on the high rollers, because high rollers need to, and that's a known story about when actually built the Bellagio. He worked really super hard to get retailers in there like Louis Vuitton and stuff like that because they didn't want to come to Vegas back in the day. They thought it was gross. What to do Thanksgiving week? I don't know, man. I mean, Thanksgiving could be busy in Vegas. I'm not even sure. Any news on the Casino Royale future? Now, that was the thing. They had a permit to do like a proposal last year for Casino Royale to build a big tower, but they never submitted anything. Thanksgiving week, when you come here, just make sure that you have your stuff pre-planned. If you're planning on seeing a show, make sure the show is showing. Sometimes things go dark, and if it's going to go dark, then you're not going to be able to experience anything. Love the channel. Cool. Any news on the feed? Okay, so that's it. So it's been a while. I love you guys. Maybe we'll do these more often. More often. Bring back the Shark Club Lava Lounge. I don't know what that was, but lots of stuff in Vegas I missed. Lots of stuff in Vegas I knew about. Maybe we'll do these more options. More options. Wow, I got trading on the mind. Maybe we'll do these more often. I don't mind talking with you guys. You guys are great. But I'm going to get out of here and go and take a walk around my neighborhood before it gets too chilly out. We have like lows in the 50s at night, and right now it's perfect walking time. Get some activities in, and I will see you guys in my next video. So subscribe to the channel if you're just new around here, just browsing through. And if you guys want to consider something, go consider the 1K a day, because I got over 450 students now. And you can type in code number 17 to get 90% off the course. And you guys can learn something too. All right. Love you guys. You guys are great. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to end the stream now. Bye-bye, guys. Love y'all.